Hello everybody, welcome back to another Halo CE modding tutorial, and today we're going to be talking about how to create a custom, menu button for the main menu. That's the specific request, but this is going to be an overall video more about how to create bitmaps with multiple images inside them, which is what the buttons do. And basically one image is for it just sitting there, the other image is for when you hover over it to give the effect of it lighting up to see, hey, I'm over this. And also, multiple bitmaps are used for like ammo meters and stuff like that. But that's a bit different. I haven't fully figured that out yet. But this is primarily for the buttons. So to find all the button types, you go to Tags, UI, Shell, Main Menu on the main menu buttons. So I created a custom multiplayer one, the one that overrides the multiplayer. I just named it custom games. But what I mean when I say there are multiple images per bitmap is when you open your bitmap, you can hit show bitmaps in here. And then at the very top here, you got a drop down menu. We have bitmap 1, bitmap 0, bitmap 1, and then the source. So each of these are their own separate bitmap. Then we got the source here, which is basically 2 bitmaps. And we'll get into this, all this stuff. As you can see here, there's a bunch of colors up here, random dots and stuff at areas. All of these colors mean things. But this is basically what we're recreating. One bitmap that is going to be used when the button is idle, one that's going to be used when it's lit up. And if you go all the way down here, you can see this. So the actual TIFF file is 539 pixels by 80 pixels. But when we go down to bitmaps here, we got a drop-down menu, and each of these is referring to one of the bitmaps at the top. So we got 2 of these, and both of these are 256 by 64 because when you're creating bitmaps, especially 2D texture bitmaps, they have to follow the rule of 2, or whatever that is, which is basically these have to be factors of each other by I think they can only be 2 times away from each other. I don't know, but 256 by 64 works. 512 by 512 works. 1024 by 1024 works. So it has to be a certain amount of pixels. And we're basically going to be copying. We're going to be copying this right here in Paint.net because that works. You could use GIMP or Photoshop for this, but I don't know. I tried to use GIMP. And that program is it's hard to use. I don't know. It's just a pain in the ass. Paint.net is so much more user-friendly. Okay, so that's basically what we have to create. And the area we have to plug it into, I believe, is the main menu.ui widget definition. I believe this is it. No, this is the overall thing. If we go all the way down here to child widgets, we got the logo, main menu select list, build number, main menu select list. It's one of these. I forgot. Oh, here, main menu underscore item underscore multiplayer underscore widget. So you find which one you want to replace. So if you wanted to replace the profile button, you would go that has to be a motorcycle. You would go to profile. You would open up this one. Or if you want to change the quit button, you do this settings button, load campaign item credits. I'm gonna be doing multiplayer. If we in multiplayer type select, I believe once we go in here, all of this is if we selected the multiplayer. So this would be like join, LAN, connect, that type of stuff. I believe. Join game. There's so many things here. Jesus. Join header, join game. There's so many different things you can change here. You're just gonna have to pile through them and find what goes where. But if you want to change all the main menus or all the buttons on the main menu, it's UI, shell, main menu, and then you find the item you want to change, which is the main menu underscore item, and then it'll say which item. So we want to change the multiplayer button. So main menu item multiplayer.ui widget definition. Open that up, and then we scroll all the way to the bottom. No, not all the way to the bottom. Text box. Oh, fuck, I opened the wrong one. No, I didn't. Oh, right here, okay. Yep, this is it right here. The background bitmap. That is what we will be seeing. So, okay, so it's at the very top, so, okay. But yeah, this is my custom bitmap that I made, and if we open this... Oh, it'll open right here. We show bitmaps, and this is a bit different. It has like many different versions of it right here, which doesn't seem to affect anything because it works in game. It looks a little bit different than the one I showed you before, the one that actually comes with Halo, because it's literally 20 years old. I'm not able to recreate it the exact same way. But we got both these bitmaps. One is lit up, one is kind of normal. And if we show the alphas, these are also a bit different, I believe. But if we go to source, it's pretty much the exact same thing. If you scroll in, we got all these colors. We got this magenta line right here. We got these little magenta dots. One on the basically you need a magenta dot on like each side of every bitmap. So, and this one, I guess this one counts as a dot for both of these. I don't know why this works, I just know that it does work. That's pretty much it. And then we got one over here. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of colors. Everything is very specific here. I'll get into it when we actually create it. So, but yeah, yeah. So this is the thing we change, and this is all we have to change in Gorilla. So after we do that, yeah, we're good. Okay, now we have to create the bitmap. And yeah. So data, you create your own directory, do whatever you want in the data directory. As usual, whenever you compile your bitmap, it'll be mirrored over to the tags directory with the exact same folder path, so it'll recreate all your folders and stuff just in the tags directory rather than the data. So mine is in data, custom UI, a bitmaps folder, because we have to have a bitmaps folder for a tool to find it. Well, not if you're compiling only one bitmap, but whatever. And now we have all these things I did. Custom games underscore full.tiff. This is the one that's in game. So I'm using paint.net, free, pretty easy to use, very easy to use, compared to like GIMP or something, Jesus. And I literally just recreated the multiplayer one and did custom game. So it's 539 pixels by 80. And I'm not going to go over this. I'm just going to recreate an entire fresh one from scratch because that's just easier for me to explain. So I'll create a new thing. We will do 539 by 80. These numbers don't have to be specific, but there has to be room for like this border for your bitmaps to be 256 by 64. So there has to be a little bit of room just on the outside so you can fill it in. So I guess if I did one extra pixel, 540 by 80. If I did this, I'm basically going to end up adding one more pixel of blue on this edge right here. So if I create a new one like that, that's how we do it. And now the first thing we want to do is make this completely transparent. So we'll, oh, all my tools over here. We'll do a rectangle select. We will select the entire thing, delete, so we get this checker pattern, and that means it's transparent. And now we'll get to these 3 pixels up here. So basically, when Tool compiles a bitmap, it's looking for different colors in the first 3 pixels. So, and those first 3 pixels start at the top left here. And I don't know if these colors have to be specific, but it's, you know, better safe than sorry. At least the first 2 colors. The third color you use can be whatever you want, but it does give a slight tint to whatever the actual bitmap is, depending on which color you use. So the first color is that is for the borders, and you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see the this first color at all. It's not gonna. It's basically just telling, hey, it's just telling tool, hey, this is here, but it's not part of the bitmap I want to see. It's just division stuff. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not important. Well, it is, but it's not. Fuck, I don't know how to explain it. You can see you can look at the bitmaps and see what they do. But basically we have to fill this in. And for this, I think I already did this before, so I believe we have to go 7 pixels from the side here. Fill this in with blue so we can see our rectangle size is 4 by 80. So we want to go drag this out, so this is 7 by 80, 560 pixels, and then we just fill this in right here. And then from the top down, I believe the height is the same. So if we go like this, it'll be 8 pixels from the top. Basically, we have to create 2. Oh, I don't know the fucking words to use. We have to create 2 of these things. We have to create 2 transparent spaces that are 256 by 64 pixels, surrounded in blue like this. That's what we have to do, which is why I made which is why it's 539 by 80, so we can give ourselves room to have a proper border. And I think the border has to be at least 4 pixels or something. So we got 7 here, so that's not a problem. And then we got 8 over here, and this will go all the way across the entire thing. Scroll in here. Make sure we have only 8 pixels selected. Fill that in. And then this is 540, so this is 539. So this one's a little bit shorter. I believe this is only 6 pixels long. So this border can be 7, just like the other one. So we'll go all the way down. 7. Make it 7. Do this, and then the bottom is also 8, just like the top is. Oh, my fucking colors are in the way here. Grab this. Make sure this is only 8 pixels. Paint bucket, splash it. Okay, there we go. Hey, what the what the fuck? Okay, I'm not sure how the hell I missed that. Okay, so, hold on, what the fuck? Did I just extend the... Okay, I don't know how the hell that happened. Anyway, you want to create this on the side. If you're doing 540 by 80, you're going to need to do 7 pixels in from the sides, 8 pixels from the top and bottom. You probably could create as big of a thing as you want, just as long as these transparent sections are 256 by 64. And now we will start from this corner and drag this out. So up 1, our height is 64, so that's good. Now we want to go back to 256 at the bottom here. So we, 256. 256 right here. I went a little bit too far down, but the point is we need to find this right here. So this is the edge. This is our first one right here. All this space right here is going to be our first bitmap. And then we have our border right here. And then just to finish it off, so we can see all of the space we got to work with. We need to drag this over here. 262, so 256, just like this. Now we go to the first pixel past that, drag it all the way up here, drag it across, paint bucket, blue. There we go. Now we have these transparent areas which we're able to work in. And now we have to set up these colors. So the first color, you can leave this the exact same because this is the color, this first pixel right here, this is referring to the borders, which is what we just created, so you can leave that color. I believe I I think it might have to be pure blue like this, 255. But the point is, this first color has to correlate with the color of the borders. Then the second color, which the one Halo uses, is 255 red, 255 blue, so it's like a magenta thing. And then we'll just, fill in the second color right there. This is for, this is what tells Tool to separate the bitmaps out. So if we, do that. And then for every section, I believe, or I guess every sequence of bitmaps, which a sequence of bitmaps is basically, it's the same image, it just has different versions of itself. So for every sequence you have to have a magenta line that declares it's starting. That's basically what this line does. It's saying, hey, we have a new sequence here. And this is only one sequence because we have one button that's going to change between two things. So, yeah, but if you're doing like a, I believe the, what are they called? When, the ejection of your gun, for the ejection of your assault rifle, that has like several different sequences of a bullet ejecting in your first person view. And those are basically bitmaps like this. And each sequence has a divider, just a magenta line like this running across the top. So the tool knows this is this sequence, this is the other sequence. Oops. And you want to have it, you don't want it to be on this very top line because that's going to intersect with the colors that need to be read by Tool. So we'll just drag this all the way across. And it just has to be a single pixel tall. And then after this, we have to put one dot in like each horizontal border section. I think I already showed that in the when I was going through the other ones. So now we put like one dot here, one dot here, one dot here. And actually, I have no idea if it matters where these dots are, just as long as they're kind of in the area. I guess we'll find out because I can just go over to this and pinpoint exactly where to put them. So yeah, magenta line across the top, dots, dots, dots. And now we can start making the actual bitmap. So we will call this, I'm gonna replace, actually no, I'm gonna replace the quit button. What do I want to say when we quit? Run, bitch. Oh, hold on. I need to make this on a separate layer because I need to drag it around. Okay. No. Running. Bitch. There we go. 20. 0. Make it kind of a dark gray. Like that. Unispace. That's not going to be the Halo font. I don't even know what the Halo font is. But the point is, yeah. So and the all of the buttons, I think, do I still have it open? No, I don't. Oh, I do. Perfect. Multiplayer. As you can see with the bitmaps, the actual letters are kind of like they're in the top half. So that's where I'm gonna put it, kind of, yeah, at the top half right here. And we have to put some other extra color in here, which is gonna end up being the third color right here, and that basically makes the background transparent, and also gives the whatever the bitmap is a little tang of that color that you put right here, the third color. And then we need to copy this over perfectly, so we'll just go from the bottom here, drag it all the way to the top. 256 by 64, so that's good. Copy, paste, and now this is going to be the lit up portion of it. So when we hover over it, and we'll just drag it over all the way until we start overlapping with the other one. Oh shit, oops. Oh, I have to see this. Okay. One. There we go. Now it's perfectly aligned. And now we just need to change, go to brightness contrast, crank up the brightness, crank down the contrast, do whatever. So these are still on the separate layer right now because we need to add some colors behind these to make them transparent, and if I merge them down, it'd make it kind of painful. So now back to the background layer. I'll just hide the words quick, and now we need to add another color, and this is the kind of the iconic halo blue. I don't know if it's iconic. It seems iconic to me, but that's basically I believe 40 red, 150 green, 255 blue. That doesn't seem right. Whatever. It doesn't really matter what this color is, just as long as you match all the other colors with this. So basically put your third color right here, and then this color is for dummy space, which is basically, it doesn't, it counts towards the image's size, but it doesn't take any memory, I guess. That's what its description is, I think, but it doesn't seem to matter. What it seems to actually do is it just makes the rest of the background completely transparent. Because if we went in like this, these transparent areas would be completely black in game. But if we add even a little bit of this third color in here, then the entire thing becomes transparent except for the words. So we will go down, and also I'm gonna cover basically the first half of this in this color for this first section, except for this very top pixel, because some weird shit happens where it like just removes 5 pixels from the height if you go straight to the border here with your third color. So I'm just gonna leave 1 pixel. So we're gonna need to go down to 30 rectangle. We're gonna need to go down to 31 because our 32nd pixel's up there, and we want to be half. And then we'll go straight to this edge. So we'll go just like that. We have our color selected, paint bucket, boom, there we go. And then I think we can do the exact same thing for this one over here too. I think you saw in the 31, splash paint on it. Right here, if we go to source, show this. This is literally what I did, except I didn't do this very first pixel of blue up here. But this one over here, you can actually see the letters, and it's not as blued out. But I don't think you need to do this really. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we will show these again. We want to be able to see these. Uh-oh. Okay, we might need to. Okay, we might need to. Oh, I can literally just raise these by a few. Oh no, not that one, not that layer. This layer. We can raise these by a couple pixels. So there. Oh, and if you're touching the edge like this, I don't think that matters either. Okay, yeah, that should be it. And now we need to merge down because in order to make a .tiff, it has to be one layer like this. So, yeah, basically the first color here, that is your borders. And you have to surround all of your bitmaps that you want to play in-game by borders. And then all of your bitmaps have to follow the rule of 2, which is basically, I guess, multiples of 8, 64, 256. And then this one is the exact same size. You have to, the second color is to separate sequences and separate the different images in the sequence. So the line across the very top, that indicates a new sequence of sprites or textures, and then each little dot here, I believe, just indicates a new bitmap pretty much. And then your third color is dummy space, which basically erases the background and gives this a little bit of a tint. Gives your letters a bit of a tint in game. A bit of a tint towards your third color. All right, now file, save as. We will. Those are all my third age thumbnails. CEK, data, custom UI, bitmaps. We will do quit test. Make sure you save it as a .tiff file. Save. Make sure it's a 32-bit bit depth. Okay. Now we just have to compile this and plug it into the correct place, and that should be that. So let's open CMD. Now we have to type the directory. I'm going to use the singular bitmap one, which is, you have to specify the individual file. So it's going to be in here. So we want to do tool bitmap is the verb. Then we want to specify the location of that file, starting in the data directory. So custom UI /bitmaps /quit test. Bitmap create. There we go. See, it created both our bitmaps. 256 by 64, 256 by 64. No errors. So yeah, as long as you have these little dots here to separate them out, it doesn't seem to matter much. And as long as you as long as you don't use your dummy space on this very first pixel, or this very first line of pixels up here, you should be fine. Everything should work perfectly. And yeah, so that went perfectly smoothly. Now we need to plug in that that new bitmap we just created into the widget definition of the quit button on the main menu. So tags, UI, shell, main menu, menu. No, that's the bitmap that the widget is currently using. Main menu, item, quit, game, UI, widget definition. And now at the very first thing here, the background bitmap, as you can see, it's the menu quit bitmap. We need to change that. So open those, hit those three dots. And now we need to go to, oh, we went right here. So you basically, you go to your tags, the tag version of your directory, and you find your bitmap. So tags, custom UI, bitmaps, quit test.bitmap, open that. Save that. Now we'll open this, and it should work. You're gonna need, if you want it to be exactly like Halo's font and that, you're gonna need to edit the colors and do a lot of little stuff, but this is how you do it. So I should have multiplayer be custom game and quit be running bitch. And here we go. Aw, fuck. Okay, so that did not work. The custom game worked. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Alright. It's not going to be too hard of a problem to fix. What made that do that? Yeah, I was right. 40, 150, 255. Is it because it might be, whoa. It might be because there's too much dummy space right here. I have to, that's interesting. All right, hold on. Well, we'll undo the layering here. Hide this. We will go in here, delete this, delete all this right here. Delete that. Oh, ah, fuck. That's the wrong layer again. Well, as you saw, it was lighting up. Both different bitmaps were being used, everything. Oh, no, wait. Shit. Oh, man, hold on. I think I jumped the gun. I need to actually edit the bitmap. Oh, I could have opened it right there, son of a bitch. There's more settings you need to apply in the actual bitmap that might change that. Okay, UI, shell, main menu. No, that's the actual bitmap itself. Item, quick game. Then we go to the bitmap. It's on the background. 2D textures, compressed with color key transparency. I think we want to, yeah, compressed with explicit alpha. I think we want to switch the format to that. That might work. That should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. As you can see here, 540 by 80 pixels. All the bitmaps we have. 256, 64. Everything's good. Bitmap count. I'm not sure, I have no idea what bitmaps are. This says 1 right here, 1 level. I don't even know. 0 defaults to all levels. I have no idea what bitmaps are. That might have some effect. But now we're gonna open and close this and see how long it takes until I get it. It doesn't help that I start with a black. Fuck you. Okay, it doesn't work. All right. Okay, let's try the make it 1 bitmap, 1 mipmap, 1 mipmap for the bitmaps. So we might have to make it. Yeah. So I guess for whatever reason, I think we have to, for the second bitmap here, we have to make this kind of fit an outline of the letters, I suppose. So we will show this layer. We'll take the lasso select tool, and I need to be viewing the entire thing. Get these out of here. We're going to be selecting, we want to be able to see the entire thing and then just kind of do a rough outline of the entire image like that. Then drop a paint bucket of our third color on that. And now this should work because it's exactly what I did here. Or maybe I'll have to drop this down. I'll have to drop this down one. But we'll see. Okay, this. Merge that down. Save it. Recompile it. Okay, it went down by 2 bytes. That's cool. All right. I believe it should keep, well, that explicit alpha thing didn't seem to matter anyway. So now if we do this, we'll see if it works. Or if it doesn't. Okay, so for whatever reason, the second bitmap you use has to be kind of a rough outline, whereas the first one you can just put a block of your dummy color in there, or your dummy space in there. Okay. Good thing to know. Good thing to figure out. So, yeah, obviously it doesn't look exactly like the Halo font, and it doesn't light up exactly, but you can, again, that's just like a coloring thing. That's just like literally just a whatever. Everything else works. And are you sure you wish to exit Halo? You could probably update this. Everything's kind of interconnected in terms of like Gorilla. Like we got the quit widget definition, and then that has a bunch of child widgets, or it doesn't have one. Okay, whatever. Event handlers. Quit screen, open that up. So that's the quit screen that says, hey, you want to quit Halo? Background bitmap. Yeah, alert. This is probably, if we open this. Oh, it's literally just the box. But the point is, you can go find all your bitmaps. They should all be relatively connected. You just got to go look, at least in the widgets here. So you got to go look in the event handlers or the child widgets. Yeah, the child widgets, quit menu, button bar, header, are you sure? Okay, so this is where it asks, are you sure? So if we open that up, that's another widget definition. Then we have the name header, are you sure? So okay, it's just a text box. Okay. And then we have the buttons, the button bar, which is another widget definition. This should have two, pass, quit button bar. Then we got two child widgets. Okay. And then back, open that up. That should be a bitmap, right? No, it's another widget definition. Christ. Event handler 3 now. Oh, it's just determining which button you can press to activate it. Oh, background bitmap. Okay, so yeah. It's basically all these widget definitions and bitmaps and things, they're all connected and they're all basically in the same place. You're just going to have to go dig through them and find which one is which. And then basically just copy it. So yeah, this is the exact same thing. Quite a bit smaller. So the source image is a total of, actually, why am I looking here? We can look right here. So each actual bitmap is 128 by 32 because it's a smaller button, but the actual size of the overall source image is 280 by 40. So yeah, that's that. 280 by 40, they would have 8 pixels. So that'd be 4 pixels on the top and bottom for the border. And then 280 for each, 280 in total, and then if you cut that, 128 times 2 is 256. Oh, I should have been able to fucking do that. Whatever. Fuck you. And 280, 256. That's 24. So 24 pixels for. That's 6 pixels between each thing, horizontally. All right. Yeah, 6 times 4 is 24. Yeah. Just never ask me to do math. So yeah, as you can see, this stuff can bloat very quickly. But that's the process of how you do that. And it should apply to like literally every button in the game. And every other bitmap, you might not even need to do that process. If you don't have to worry about it like lighting up and stuff, if it's not a button, you should be able to just like literally create like just a bitmap exactly like this. You know, make the alpha, throw in some text here. Throw in some text. Compile, save this as a .tiff, compile it, plug it in. This should work if you don't have any other thing to worry about. But if you need to do, if you're doing a button, you got to do all this stuff. So, yeah, I will link the bitmap thing. The bitmap thing I read on basically what all these colors mean, what the border means, what the sequence divider means, what the sequence is, the dummy space. So yeah, make sure on your second one for the lit up one, make sure you just you do a whole separate thing. If you go full out like this, if you just do a full block, for some reason that doesn't cancel out the, that doesn't make it transparent. I don't know why, it just does. But that's gonna be that. So, hopefully that helped. I did not expect this to be that fucking crazy. I expected this to be pretty easy. I think I responded to the comment, the guy who asked for this. So I said I'll do a quick video on it. I believe it's like 2 weeks later now. I did not expect this to be that hard. It took me a while to figure out all this stuff. But here we are. So, if you made it here, thank you for watching. If you watch any of my other stuff, thank you for watching that as well. If you want to support the channel, you can hit the join button on the homepage or the link in the description, and I will see you in whatever I decide to do next time. So thank you for watching.